What the heck? It's hard to describe. Over 7 years later, I have finally done it.
I believe the video single-handedly got banned.
Ich hab's geschafft.
Moin! Ich habe mich an diesem wunderschönen Tag entschlossen, meine Runde auf einem Server zu spielen und das Ganze aufzunehmen. Heißt, wir spielen jetzt hier eine Runde Bed Wars. Ihr seht jetzt Bed Wars auf Hypixel, weil da nur Bobs rumlaufen. Da sind wir auch schon in der Runde.
What do you expect? What do you think we are going to do now?
You're gonna play Bed Wars.
Yeah, I'm gonna play Bed Wars.
Welcome guys to another episode of Bed Wars. Today we are going to reach 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900 stars. And now, I am in Rainbow Prestige 1000 star, yes! Yes! Oh my god, there it is! 1000! How I also managed to pass the #1 bad voice player in Germany. What kind of crazy trick do they have up their sleeves now? Nothing. Only death. Okay, I think we did it. Let's check. Holy! Look at that! What? Oh my god! Check out our brand new position. Here we go. Number 20. That's the first Prestige game I've lost in a long time, but I've hit it, it looks like. Holy! If that doesn't make up for it, then I don't know what does, because what the heck, 3000 stars? My goal ever since I started playing Bad Wars over 7 years ago was to get into the top 10. In fact, it's one of my biggest life goals. Hypixel, however, has a problem with people botting with macros in order to get more stars. This in fact is so bad that half of the people currently in the top 10 cheated to get there. Especially whenever Castles is in rotation, these cheaters are getting dozens of stars every single day. But I will not let that stop me. I will do whatever is necessary to get into the top 10. What is the best way to get a cheater banned? In my opinion, it should be enough to collect very strong evidence on their malicious activity and present that to the Hypixel team.
I personally talked to and as an admin, he explained to me that they are fully aware that this is a problem. Like they know like half the star leaderboard is cheating, they just don't have the evidence needed to ban them. That's why they are currently designing an update that will make macroing less rewarding. It will change a lot about how you get stars going forward.
This informant supported my belief that all I had to do was to launch an investigation and collect enough evidence to get the cheaters banned one by one. I started tracking their star gain in an effort to prove that they were cheating in the first place, and the results were shocking. I just tracked them for 1 month, and what I found suggests very strongly that these people simply cannot be legit. I proceeded to transcribe conversations whenever I would come across any of the cheaters in the lobby. I found them in-game, but while I did find out a lot about them, I never found anything that could lead to them getting banned. Nothing I could use as evidence for the Hypixel team, so the only thing possible to do was to wait for one of the cheaters to make a mistake. In the meantime, I was trying to find people who were on the same mission as me. Maybe I wasn't the only one trying to get rid of the star cheating epidemic in Bad Wars. And after some digging in the community, I actually found multiple people who were already far ahead of me in their journey to justice.
I didn't have a formal plan as to if I wanted to try hard to get the cheaters banned, but if I did have a plan, it was mostly revolved around the ticket machine.
OPMine, a player kicked off the top 10 by the cheaters, is one of the people who took it on themselves to try and get those leaderboard cheaters banned. Not only by reporting them, but also by employing some very advanced methods to uncover if people are legit or not.
The methods that people use could be discovered using things like the Creeper gadget, just simple ways to check if they were actually automating or doing the ticket machine legit. The Creeper gadget, it's a part of the more things on Hypixel. Upon selecting it, you have a skill that you can use. It blasts players within 5 blocks away from you to a different location. Using this technique, a player could end up 4 blocks away from where they originated. It could blast them out of the ticket machine had they been cheating it, and this would make them visible. And if they were pushed enough, you could tell, obviously, that they were using a script based off their movements.
With professionals like OPMine by my side, I knew it was just a matter of time until we could finally catch our first cheater. It was a Sunday, so naturally I was streaming, like I do every Saturday and Sunday. OPMine randomly texted me, telling me to report a couple people. Among them was Viboya.
It revolves around 2 things. One was Viboya's star growth. He averages about 2 stars, or give or take a couple amount of times. However, his stars exponentially grew during Castle. In the 7-week time frame that Castle comes in and out, Viboya would see a huge average growth of stars per day. And Castle has a reputation for being one of the easier modes that you can just bot with and get away with it.
So basically the way this works is that they use an AFK bot to move their account around in-game, while their blatant B-Hopper friends win them the game. The bot is programmed in a way to click on its 8th hardboy slot continuously, so in case it gets foul killed, it uses a requeuing paper in this slot to get into the next game, so the account can collect more XP. If their cheaters win, they get automatically put into the next game anyway.
I had strong belief that Viboya was already cheating. By doing report Viboya, I felt like that would get Watchdog's attention and possibly ban him or an AFK script.
Some cheaters, like the guy on number 2 for example, always stay at their PC while they macro. This way, if they get macro checked or something goes wrong, they can take control of the account and act as if they were legit.
Like the report OPMine told me to make on its own wouldn't have worked. This usually doesn't get anyone banned as the macro is not detectable. The only way to catch it would be if it was all of a sudden acting weirdly. But even if that was to happen, if they were at their PC, like Viboya, the guy behind the account, they could just take action and reset the whole thing to fly under the radar. I was on the way to work, like literally I was sitting on the train as I watched newest upload in my notifications tab. This video has since been taken off YouTube. The person that OPMine and I worked with has decided they do not want to involve themselves in this matter at all anymore. I was given permission, however, to show a reenacted version of the evidence collected and describe the sequence of actions as accurately as possible while protecting their anonymity.
This is a video for the admins. This person right here, Viboya, is currently number 6 on the star leaderboard. The current Dreams mode is Castles and they are in the lobby. I think this is quite obvious. It is a script, an AFK macro they are using here. I've already told OPMine to ask some people to report him. Like, it is pretty obvious. Now the admins have to do something.
You know, Viboya is one of the less careful cheaters who isn't at their PC all the time when the macro collects stars for them. And this led to the one mistake that ruined their entire scheme. A simple hypixel warping error. What I didn't tell you was that sometimes when trying to automatically being warped into the next game, a hypixel error occurs which puts you right into the lobby. This cheater apparently didn't know about that and did not program his illegal bot to account for this, so his account just got stuck trying to click the button to warp them into the next game, moving around to not get AFK'd in case they're still alive in-game. Just that in the lobby, this button does not exist. This obvious behavior, in combination with us reporting the guy a day prior and proof video evidence on YouTube, could have been enough to get this guy banned. And I kid you not, while I was watching said video of on YouTube, texted me on Discord. This was a crazy moment. Ich sitze gerade in der Bahn und gucke mir ein Video von Jemand hat aus Versehen sein Cheat-Programm so eingestellt, dass es nicht im Spiel passiert ist, sondern in der Lobby. Das heißt, öffentlich vor aller Augen, kurz nachdem das Video online war und die Admins sich halt die Beweise angucken konnten, die er geliefert hat. Und weil so viele ihn ja auch reportet haben, ist dieser Typ gebannt worden. Während ich dieses Video gucke, wo er diese Beweise hochgeladen hat und mir noch nichts dabei denke, schreibt mich auf einmal an und schreibt so, yo, herzlichen Glückwunsch. Und schickt mir einen Screenshot im Discord, schreiben mir gerade auch schon viele Leute, die schicken mir alle Bilder. Ich hab's geschafft. Alter Schwede, ich bin gerade so fertig. Es ist so verrückt. Alright, welcome everybody. I think I already mentioned it throughout this video. When I learned of this happening, I was literally just on the way to work. This was the longest shift I ever had. 11 hours that I had to wait to finally take my first look. I haven't looked at it yet. As you can see, this is my Lunar client starting screen. I will now log on to the Hypixel network and take my very first look together with you. Okay, the feeling is hard to describe. Okay, let's not stall this for too long. I'm walking towards it. I'm having my look focused on my 362 Hypixel XP. And now I'm looking up and... Oh, okay, what the f***? Holy freaking hell, is this a hell of a view? What the heck? It's hard to describe. The 14th of March 2018 was my very first day on Hypixel. Ever since then, one of my biggest life goals in general was to at some point be able to be one of those magical 10 players who are listed in every single lobby. And today, I can proudly say, over 7 years later, I have finally done it. If you didn't go through over 7 years of hours every single day of just straight grinding for one single goal, then I don't think you can understand what exactly this feels like. It is a breathtaking, incredible moment. We did it. What the heck? We have finally done it. I have reached the top 10. But coincidentally, literally as I prepared myself to log on and start the recording, I mentioned that the admins can't ban these people, so they are planning an update to fix the whole thing, and they just released it.
I believe the video single-handedly contributed to Viboya's 30-day ban, as I had reported a different user for the same thing. However, because they haven't been banned, I'm not going to say the name on video, but you probably can figure it out.
Yeah.
And they were never punished, so I believe the video single-handedly got Viboya banned.
Thank you all so much for being with me on this incredible journey throughout all these years. I've been producing content for like 7 years already. I always shared my journey with all of you, and you just are the most supportive people I could wish for. Thank you so much for always being with me. I hope I made you proud. We're making one of your favorite Battle Horse YouTubers a top 10 player, which hopefully is myself. Since my first time in the top 10 that you just saw, I have been in it on and off. Whenever one of the random cheaters on this leaderboard gets banned, and then after 30 days unbanned again. The last 7 years weren't pointless. The opposite is the case. I grinded my way to the top completely legitly far enough, so I'm just one spot off the top 10. That is the only reason I show up on there whenever one of them gets banned. I don't get gifted this position. I get to see the fruits of my year-long work for a month, a glimpse into what could be if the leaderboard was entirely legit. And one day, I'll pass one of the remaining legit people and finally get to engrave my name into the shiny leaderboard that a long time ago as a teenager I used to look up upon in awe. This is crazy. We have done it. Yes. Dude, look at me. Thank you so much, Tiltings. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, dude. Oh my god. We did it. Insane. Very, very insane. I think next game we are going to get back onto the leaderboard. Big nervousness. He's getting killed. Okay. Here we go. Once again, boys and girls, it has happened. Once again, we have reached the star leaderboard. Let me check it out together with you. Here we go. Ah, what a feeling. What a feeling. This is crazy. And the good news about this is, this time there's no cheater in sight to kick me off of it again. It happens so often that we got kicked off by cheaters again. But take a look at this. Nos Demon isn't cheating, Tiltings isn't, this guy is definitely not star cheating at least. Green Jedia is not cheating stars, JBC is not cheating stars, so everyone I can see within like 200 to 300 stars can't reach me. So we're safe for a bit, at least a month or two. That is amazing.